So, Extreme Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm BrendenPlayz, and we're playing our WWE 2018 save. We're coming off Backlash. That was the last time we came to you. We had our Backlash pay-per-view 84 rated. Now we're going to book Beyond Backlash today, and we are on the road to Money in the Bank, which is going to be 5 weeks away. So a few more weeks of shows to get through before we even get close to Money in the Bank. So we have to try and lay some of the groundwork and figure out who's going to be in this Money in the Bank ladder match, which of course will be available for both brands to be a part of. So we won't have to do just SmackDown, we won't have to do just Raw. You know, we can put a picture of everybody in there, which I think is exciting. I like that more. It gives us a little bit more options, a little more freedom to work with, and I think that's great. Here's that top 5 at the moment. Cena, Nakamura. Surprising that Nakamura's there, and also surprising that AJ Styles isn't on this list. I guess Styles did lose a bit of popularity when he lost to Nakamura a bit, so perhaps that's why. Nakamura's at 79 popularity. That's really good for our new champion, so that's very positive. And I think AJ Styles is at 78, so Nakamura has more popularity now than AJ Styles. So we need to try and get both of them to 80 plus, and if we can retain both of them at 80 plus, that's going to be really, really helpful for the SmackDown brand, and to be honest, huge for the SmackDown brand. We just need a couple of heels to join them. That's the issue. Well, we've got Nakamura obviously, but we need a couple more heels to join them, and you can see, you know, we've got Chris Jericho. He's about to leave. He's got 2 months left. He's done. So he'll probably put over Samoa Joe at the pay-per-view. Randy Orton at 84 pop with Styles. So we've got 2 strong baby faces. Rusev's a little bit down the card. Honestly, probably should be an upper mid-carder. I'm going to change him to one. Samoa Joe, he's the guy we've got to get to 80 pop. So that's one of our pet projects right now. Get Joe to 80 plus. Miz, he's doing pretty well. He's got more popularity than Joe at the moment. Feuding with Daniel Bryan. To be honest, I would have liked to have probably done Miz and Daniel Bryan SummerSlam time, but we've done the one match between the two now. But what I might do is kind of put the feud on hold, let the two go elsewhere, and then reconnect later on, because I feel like that's a feud that should happen long term. So yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. It's not too bad. Cesaro and Sheamus probably aren't really main eventers either. I might change that as well to reflect it. They're more upper mid carders at this point. Yeah, they're the tag team division. So if we look at this new change, you can see we've got Styles, Jericho, Orton, Joe, Nakamura. So we've got three heels, 3 faces, with Jericho most likely leaving very, very in 2 months' time. Okay, so let's do it. Mike Nelson, Chad Gable, 53. Chad Gable, 60. He seemed off his game. Off his game and still hit a 60? Chad Gable's ridiculous, man. He is so good. Wow. Canel's 44, so his popularity is probably like 35, so that's not too bad. Jordan and Kurt Hawkins. Jason Jordan 54, Kurt Hawkins 38. Okay, so Jordan, not too bad from Jason Jordan, so he's definitely, Chad Gable's definitely the better between the two. Kurt Angle's promo, 88 to start things off, that's good. Starts off the ladder match storyline with a bit of a bang, that's good to know. We had Ember Moon and Nia Jax taking on Alexa Bliss and Natalya in a tag team match, with Alexa winning when, well, apparently she used a foreign object, so she cheated. She cheated to win. Natalya 60, Alexa 65. Wow, Nia Jax 51, Ember 47. So definitely the combination of Natalya and Alexa very good. Both women performing quite well, 60 overall. Jinder Mahal had a promo on Bobby Roode, hyping up for their matchup, and the match itself was 69. So here is the deal. So we were considering, okay, who gets the push? Is it Jinder Mahal who gets the push, or is it Bobby Roode who gets the push? And I figured, you know what, let's have a match decide. Jinder Mahal 67, Bobby Roode 68. Jinder Mahal has 64 popularity, Bobby Roode has 58 popularity, and Bobby Roode still outperformed him. So if you're wondering why I'm considering giving Bobby Roode the push, it's because his performances are just so much better. And that's with Bobby Roode not being suited to his gimmick, so he's getting, you know, a penalty applied to him as well. Potentially could have went to 69-70 with the turn or a better gimmick. So that's kind of why I'm thinking about Bobby Roode, is because he's just very good. He's just He's just better. But that's not to say I'm not going to push Jinder Mahal. Jinder will probably be in a safe spot. I think I'll probably keep him going okay. But, geez, I'm tempted to give Bobby Roode a couple big wins and really push him up the card. If he was if he was at 65 plus, he'd be terrific right now. We just need a bit of work to get him there. But 69 overall, that's a good match. Jinder Mahal did get the victory, and that's because he's just got a lot more popularity, and I wasn't prepared to sacrifice him yet, just before, until we knew what the deal was. Viking Atlas, thank you so much for the bits. Hope to see you again. Chad Gable 63, so he had a promo talking about how much he hates Lashley. You know, those two have been feuding away. Chad Gable's been, you know, avoiding Lashley. Every time they get in the ring, he takes a walk. So I think we'll probably do the matches between the two next week, and we'll have Lashley probably finally get his hands on him once and for all. Maybe a Falls Count Anywhere match so he can't take a walk. Slater and Rhino, they lost to the Authors of Pain, 56 rated there. Heath Slater 49, Rhino 49, Razar 54, Aiken 48. Considering their popularity is about 35, for them to perform near 50 is outstanding, so that's good. We gave the Authors of Pain a victory, hopefully to boost up their popularity. With Slater and Rhino, I think there's probably a worthy sacrifice there. We had a hype video promoting Ronda Rousey. Bray Wyatt versus Drew McIntyre, 69. Bray 67, Drew 59. Bray getting a little bit tired towards the end after an 18-minute match. Okay. Bray got the victory when Dolph Ziggler tried to interfere, but instead he ended up costing Drew McIntyre the matchup. 69 overall, so not a bad match. But yeah, so Bray Wyatt 67, he's got 61 popularity, that's pretty good, and Drew McIntyre's got 52 popularity and performing at 59, so both guys performing very, very well. Stephanie McMahon, geez, she had a killer segment. She had a promo hyping up the fact that we're going to have a women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and we put a lot of our women on, you know, she mentioned a lot of the women that's going to be in the match, potentially, which could give us a bit of a bonus towards their popularity. Considering it was a 100 rated segment, that's huge. That is very, very huge, and hopefully that does help the women out. We did have a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match to follow it up. We had Liv Morgan against Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks was 53 and Liv Morgan 32. Sasha Banks gets the victory. We have to add Liv Morgan to the list of people who need a gimmick change. We've done the majority of them, so her gimmick is not good, obviously, as was basically everybody on the roster. Baron Corbin had a promo, 50, hyping up a match against Apollo Crews. The match itself was 60. Wow. Apollo Crews 52, Baron Corbin 57. Corbin got the victory. Corbin 55, performing 57, so clearly not that great. Just 2 above his popularity. Apollo Crews 41 popularity, performing at 52. That's pretty good, and he's a guy that could certainly be useful for us if we could push him. At the moment, we just can't really afford to sacrifice too many guys. Roman Reigns 93, great promo. He cut a promo on Brock Lesnar saying that he's got unfinished business with Lesnar and he wants to finish it off at Money in the Bank. He's the champion, yes, Roman Reigns is the champion, but he wants to prove that he's the better man once and for all, and prove that it wasn't a fluke victory, that he can beat Lesnar again. And Lesnar's obviously injured at the moment, so he's not there, but when Lesnar's back, I'm sure we'll have the two meet each other again and probably have a bit of a face-to-face. Our main event was Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins. We put the IC title on the line because, you know, why not? Seth Rollins is a fighting champion. It was a Money in the Bank qualifying match, so the winner gets a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth Rollins won. He defeated Sami Zayn. He also defended the championship. So Rollins is the first man in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He had an 88 rated performance. Wow, that's so good. Sami Zayn had a 71. So Rollins is in. And that's a pretty strong main event to close out. Not a bad Raw, 83 overall. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So that's Monday Night Raw done. That's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That is good. That is definitely good. So pre-show with Johnny Gargano and Mark Andrews, 50 rated. Johnny Gargano, 54. Oh my God, can we get him up here? 54 rated. And he has 33 popularity. It's a 21 bonus onto his pop. Mark Andrews though, 35 pop, 46 rated. That is also good. Both guys are good. 8-minute match, they made that work pretty well, 50 rated, with Andrews getting the victory. Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali, not as good. Buddy Murphy, 32. Oh boy. Mustafa, 38. Okay. So Murphy, that's right, Murphy's stats are really bad. I think he's a lot better than what the mod's suggesting. I think his stats need a little bit of a boost, but his stats are honestly abysmal. I think he's better than that. So he's not performing that well at the moment. Tony Nese, 41. Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik versus the Daivaris. The team of Metalik and Dorado got the victory. Grand Metalik, 50. Again, brilliant. Dorado, 39. Yeah, not so great. Arya Daivari, 48. Sean Daivari, 42. Lindsay Dorado needs a gimmick change and initial rating of average. So that's good. Afterwards, though, the Daivaris beat down Grand Metalik and Dorado. Frustrated that they lost. Drew Gulak, 44, when he taunted Kalisto. The main event was Gulak and Kalisto. Wow, pretty good match. Kalisto, 54, Gulak, 50 as well. Both guys performing very, very well. Kalisto got the victory, so Gulak and Kalisto, obviously Kalisto's got more popularity, but Gulak's a guy that we should probably maybe push as one of the top heels. I think he was already doing that, but one of our top heels on 205 Live. 43, we used Dorado too much on the show. Okay. But that gives us a few signs that there's some hope in the division. There's a few guys here, if they had more popularity, would perform pretty well. We just got to figure out how can we get these guys the popularity that they need. I don't know how. We'll have to try and figure it out. Alright, SmackDown Live. Here we go. We open the show with MITB. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho, Jeff Hardy, and Rusev came out. We were setting up for Money in the Bank. We had a couple matches this week take place already. Next week we're going to do Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Daniel Bryan and Rusev next week. This week we have The Miz and Jeff Hardy, Jericho, and Samoa Joe for qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. Jeff Hardy and The Miz was the first match. The Miz beat Jeff Hardy in a 74 rated match. Miz 74, Jeff Hardy 64. So both guys performing around about their popularity level. Daniel Bryan was put on commentary to advance that storyline. The Miz won after cheating a little bit, and he qualifies for Money in the Bank. Jeff Hardy does not. Rusev, wow, good promo from Rusev on Daniel Bryan. That's hyping up the match for next week. The Bludgeon Brothers, they beat down the Colognes pretty comfortably. Harper 62, Rowan 48, Primo and Epico about the 48 mark as well. So yeah, not bad. It's heel versus heel, but we really need the Bludgeon Brothers to start getting some popularity and beat some other teams, so we did that there. Afterwards, the Usos came out and attacked Harper and Rowan. They got a few shots on them before Harper and Rowan got the hell out of there. Peyton Royce versus Naomi. Well, it wasn't ideal, but we had to sacrifice Naomi just a little bit to try and put Peyton Royce over. Peyton, though, 45, considering she has 35 pops, pretty good. Naomi, 48. So Peyton Royce qualifies for Money in the Bank by beating Naomi. We just needed to have someone be sacrificed a little bit for one of our heels. Unfortunately, it had to be Naomi. Samoa Joe promo on Chris Jericho, 81. Styles and Nakamura, 97 for that segment. So we had Shinsuke Nakamura coming out. He had a huge celebration, a Japanese-themed celebration for his title victory. AJ Styles crashed the party, attacked Shinsuke Nakamura, basically setting up for a rematch, the third and final encounter between... Well, it's probably fourth encounter, wouldn't it? Another encounter, anyways, between Styles and Nakamura. 97, though, that's very, very good for these two, considering their popularity is in the high 70s. That's very remarkable that they've been able to hit that high of a segment, and very positive for the match going forward. I think potentially Styles and Nakamura could main event this time at Money in the Bank, because both guys have much more popularity. Well, Styles a little bit less, but Nakamura a lot more popularity. I think they'll have a killer match. Carmella promo 61 on Charlotte, basically talking about how the fact that she is still the champion. She's still better than Charlotte, even though, she lost by DQ. She whacked Charlotte in the face with the title belt, so she's still champ, and she's still better than Charlotte in her opinion. And main event was Chris Jericho versus Samoa Joe. A little bit disappointed. Thought we might see a little bit better than this, but Joe apparently was off his game. 79 from these two. Chris Jericho won the match. He had an 80 rated performance. He performed at his popularity. Joe 79. That's pretty good from him. But Chris Jericho won, and he is now in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Afterwards, Samoa Joe, he snapped. He started throwing things around the ring. He was furious that he lost, and Samoa Joe won't be in the ladder match. But he could just kind of show that he's pissed off, and maybe revenge. He might be seeking it. But so Samoa Joe not happy, and we might see more between Joe and Jericho going forward. Overall, 84 again, so another good show. Not too bad. So another 84. We're having a couple of good back-to-back shows as of late. Certainly the opening segment and Nakamura's celebration with Styles was the key to our success. Without that, we definitely wouldn't have got anywhere near that. Alright, so not too bad. Not too bad. We don't have the popularity to really get much further than what we're doing, but I'm pretty happy with the level we've been able to achieve. Opening segment 83. Sunil Singh helped Jinder during the segment. Okay, Sunil's coming in handy. Alright. Lashley underperformed, but promo's only strong suit. Braun Strowman squashed Mojo Rawley. 57. Alexa Bliss 83. Taunting Nia Jax. Elias and Titus O'Neil 56, Elias 55, Titus 48. That's better from Elias. He was performing at about 52, I think, so that's a bit better from him. Chad Gable 67, not a bad promo from Chad. He's doing pretty well with these promos, getting better. And he was good when he was not on script as well. That's good. McIntyre and Ziggler versus The Ascension 62, Dolph 69, Drew Mack 63. The Ascension pretty poor as well. Victor needs a gimmick change, and I've got one for him. Very good. Iceman gimmick. It's not an actual Iceman. I think it's like a silent guy. I think it's like a guy who just doesn't really talk a lot, just beats up people type of thing. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre 77 for their promo, talking up the match against the Deleter of Worlds. Ruby Riott, she qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match when she beat Mickie James with the 54 rated match. Ruby Riott 43, Mickie James 54. Interesting. Thank you, Rats, for the bits. Summer, you won't believe it, Brand, when iPay Tiger joined and then swerved us with a nope gif. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I appreciate the bits. Paul Heyman 96 promo announcing that Lesnar will be here next week. Lesnar is coming back, and he's coming for Roman Reigns. Of course, a Paul Heyman promo is a 96 A+. No Way Jose beat up a local job guy named JTG. No Way Jose 38, Jason Paul JTG 28. 3-minute match. So yeah, but gave a win for No Way Jose, and hopefully we'll improve him. Nia Jax is Sarah Logan 46, Jax 51, Sarah Logan 41. She's not suited to her gimmick. I swear I changed her gimmick to be suited to it. Okay, she might need another change. We had Nia Jax backstage when Alexa Bliss, Ruby Riott, and Liv Morgan beat her up. Liv Morgan's not suited to her gimmick. Oh yeah, we've got her written down. So, Sarah Logan as well, apparently. So why was Sarah Logan not there? Well, Sarah Logan got destroyed by Nia Jax, so why would she attack Nia Jax backstage? She was still, recovering. So, Alexa Bliss helped the Riot Squad beat down Nia Jax to get a bit of revenge. So the 3-on-1 attack on Jax 73 was very well rated. Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal 76. They have great chemistry. Okay, so that's why these two have good matches. Money in the Bank qualifying match as well. Finn Balor beat Jinder Mahal. Finn Balor 81, Jinder Mahal 73. So when he's got good chemistry, he performs pretty well. 76 rated match, very good. Bobby Lashley had a promo on Kevin Owens, 78, not bad from him. And our main event is Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley, 80 rated. Okay, that's what we were hoping for. We're hoping for 80, we got there. Lashley, 66, not as good as we're hoping. Kevin Owens, though, brilliant, 86. Kevin Owens won thanks to a distraction by Chad Gable, who distracted Lashley. Kevin Owens is qualified for Money in the Bank as well. So we now know Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor are all in the Raw side of things for Money in the Bank, with The Miz, Chris Jericho from SmackDown at the moment on the SmackDown side of the Money in the Bank, with Daniel Bryan to join them. 80 rated, 81 overall for the show. So a little bit down from last week, but still, I'm happy with that. We get 80s. I'm pretty thrilled at the moment. All right, we open up with the promo between Drake, Cedric, and Tony. I thought this would do better, but just 50, which is not terrible. I thought maybe we might hit 60, but 50. That's okay. That's okay. Dorado versus Sean Daivari, 42 for everybody, with Sean Daivari getting the victory. TJP and Akira Tozawa, not too bad, 49. TJP 51, Tozawa 54, and TJP needs a gimmick change, and we went from cocky youth to just cocky. 49. TJP's promo with Renee Young, 49. So again, not brilliant, but so far this show's been okay. High 40s, that's good. And Murphy and Alexander, the main event, 49. So Buddy Murphy, a little bit better, 37. So instead of being about performing at his popularity, which is I think 32, he's performing 5 above his popularity, which is fair enough. 37 instead of 32 is good. Cedric was good, 52, 49 overall. And the attack at the end, 51. That's good. So I think this might be our best 205 Live episode. I'm thinking 51, 50. Well, I was wrong, 48. Apparently Cedric was used too much, so that's a bit of an issue when your champion is used too much, so we might have to fix that. Alright, so this is this week's SmackDown, week 4 of May. We opened the show with Randy Orton and Sheamus. I wanted to see where Randy Orton's performances is at, and he had a 90 rated performance. So Randy, that to me shows that he is our best wrestler at the moment on SmackDown. It was a brawl-based match, so that could have inflated his performance a bit, because both Randy and Sheamus have excellent brawling ability. 81 rated match. So just to give Randy a win and give Sheamus a bit of a chance to show what he can do as well. Rusev had a promo on Daniel Bryan, hyping up their match for later on tonight. The New Day had a victory over Sanity in a 63 rated match. Big E 79, Kofi 70, that's much better from them. Killian Dane 42, Alexander Wolf 44, and Killian Dane with a gimmick change. Very good. Finally, one of our gimmick changes works well. That's good. We had a hype video for Andrade, just hyping up a little bit. Ty Dillinger and Eric Young, 55, and they have great chemistry. Wow, Eric Young, 59. Wow, that's really good. Ty Dillinger, 44, not too bad as well. 59 from Young, brilliant. That's really good. He only has 40 pop. So we gave Eric Young the victory. Samoa Joe had a promo. He cut one on Chris Jericho after losing last week. He's a bit frustrated, so he gave one. Just talked about Chris Jericho this week. Kind of wished him luck a little bit. Keep his eye on him. Seeky Bubble, thank you very much for the bits, man. You finally figured it out, how to work it. I see you've been trying for a while. We had a promo. AJ Styles backstage chatting away with Renee Young about his match against Shinsuke Nakamura. When all of a sudden, boom, Nakamura low blow from behind. Styles goes down, and Nakamura walks away with a smile on his face. He's pretty happy with himself. So 79, not a great way to back up last week's epic angle that we had, but still, I'm okay with it. 79 is still pretty solid. Billie Kay and Naomi, 50. We gave Naomi her win back after losing last week to Peyton Royce. We gave her a victory over Billie Kay. Charlotte had a promo. Wow, 82 promo from Charlotte against Carmella. Becky Lynch versus Sonya Deville, 62. Sonya, 50, considering she has 35 pop. It's a whack of 50 rated performance is excellent. Becky Lynch, 62 is great as well. So, two good women there, 62 rated match. Becky Lynch got a victory, and that was a women's Money in the Bank qualifier. So Becky Lynch has qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women. Miz had a promo basically saying that he's going to be out there for the match against Teddy Bryan and Rusev. Samir, thank you very much for the bits, man. Samir Singh to return and be a beast. Samir Singh will return and lose every single match, Samir. I apologize, man. I know he's your favorite wrestler, but not happening. Alright, so 86 for the Miz, and the main event, Teddy Bryan and Rusev, 76. Bryan, 88. Brilliant. Rusev, 70. Not bad. 76 rated, so that's a bit harsh. Bryan was very good. You think that might have been a little bit higher, maybe 78, but 76 it was. And that was the final Money in the Bank qualifier match. So we now know the 6 participants in the Money in the Bank matchup. For SmackDown, we got Daniel Bryan, we got The Miz, and we have Chris Jericho. For Raw, we got Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Kevin Owens. So that's a pretty strong Money in the Bank matchup, in my opinion. Overall, 78 show. So yeah, it just dropped a little bit from compared to the last few weeks. I guess we didn't have that strong promo angle that we normally have. We didn't have that promo to kick the show off, and we didn't have that great, last week that really strong segment between Styles and Nakamura. This week, not so much. Samir Singh could be the next Universal Champion. Samir Singh will be lucky to keep a job. Alright, Kurt Angle's still complaining. Kurt Angle wants to be a main eventer. Come on, Kurt. It's ridiculous. Eric Young's contract is up. Well, after his performance this week, I'm going to give him a proper deal. He was pretty good this week. How old is Eric Young? Late 30s? 38? Wow, okay. It might have been 36 or 7. 38, okay. Oh, good news. Okay, so we're in a new month. Okay. So, Kendrick's back. Noam Dar's back. Neville is also back. So, we could use Neville now if we wanted to. So, if we want to use Neville, he's available, he's there. Noam Dar gives us another cruiserweight. Thank goodness we need them. And Kendrick gives us a cruiserweight with some popularity. 40 pop. Oh my god, he's a superstar. He's a megastar on 205 Live. Biggest heel we've got. I'm not even joking, he's the biggest heel we've got. So Kendrick is back. Neville, I don't know what we do. I'm going to leave it to the comments. I'll put out... This is going on the YouTube channel, so I'm going to say to everyone on the YouTube channel, and we'll have a few days to think about it. Neville, yes or no? People in the live chat, you guys can tell me right now. Neville, yes or no? I know that you guys are probably going to say yes because it's Neville, it's awesome, but realism, is it something that I like? Realistically, is Neville going to return? I don't think so. There. If Neville was on 205 Live, he would dominate. If Neville was on 205 Live, I don't think he would lose a match all year. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to lose to anyone, is what I meant to say. He wouldn't lose a match. Like, who's going to beat Neville on 205 Live? Who's Cedric? Nobody. He's got 36 pop. Neville's got 50. Neville would probably do 65 to 70 rated in-ring performances on 205 Live. He would be outstanding for 205 Live, but I think it's right. I think if we brought back Neville, I just feel like he wouldn't want to come back and do the Cruiserweight division. I think he would want more. I think he'd want to be a part of the main roster in some kind of capacity. But I'll leave it with the comments. I'll leave it with the chat. The chat has had their say. They think yes. I'll leave it to the YouTube comments and we'll think about it. We're in a brand new month. We're now in June. We are 3 weeks away. Yes, 3 weeks away from Money in the Bank. And I'm going to leave it here with the stream today. So thank you very much for coming along to the stream. If you were at the stream, thank you for coming along. If you're watching on the YouTube side of things, and thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video as well, and let me know about the Neville situation. Make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss any more streams from me. Same time tomorrow, I'll be back doing another stream and potentially doing Money in the Bank. If we stop messing around and rush a little bit, we might get to Money in the Bank. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all tomorrow.